Crack! The crystal vase shatters against Sophia's skull. You maids need to know your place. Sophia hits the floor, blood pooling. Please, help me, please. But Claire doesn't call for help. She drags her across the marble, down the stairs. You wondering how we got here? Let me take you back to where everything began. You know that feeling when you see something so crazy you literally freeze? Well, that's exactly what happened at the Sterling mansion. Picture this. It's 2 p.m. on a Tuesday afternoon, sunlight streaming through those massive floor-to-ceiling windows. Everything perfect, everything quiet. Emma, the new maid, is on her hands and knees scrubbing the white marble floor in the main hallway. Her third day on the job, $800 a week, best money she'd ever made. Then, Claire Ashford clicks down the hallway. You know the type. Designer heels, perfect hair, that I'm better than you energy. The billionaire's fiancée. She stops, right behind Emma. Emma doesn't even notice at first. She's literally got her head down, scrubbing. Claire looks down and says, "You missed a spot." Emma looks up startled. "Oh, I'm sorry, ma'am. Where?" Claire points with one perfectly manicured finger. "Right there." Emma immediately moves to scrub the spot. "Yes, ma'am, I'll..." "Are you stupid?" Emma freezes. The brush in her hand stops moving. "I just watched you scrub that same spot for 5 minutes, and it's still dirty. Are you blind? Are you incompetent? Or are you just wasting my time?" Emma looks at the floor. It's spotless, like mirror clean. "Ma'am, I don't see any..." "Don't you dare talk back to me." And then Claire does something she'd clearly done many times before. Her right hand rises up, deep, high above her shoulder, palm open. Emma's still on her knees, scrubbing a floor, completely defenseless. The chef in the kitchen doorway turns away. They know what's coming. 2 maids down the hall pretend they don't see it. Even the security guard by the front entrance suddenly finds his shoes very interesting. They'd all seen this before. They knew the sound that was coming, that sharp crack. But here's where it gets crazy. Just as Claire's hand is coming down, just as it's about to make contact with Emma's face, Emma's hand shoots up, not planned, not thought out, pure instinct, and her fingers wrap around Claire's wrist, mid-air. And just like that, everything stops. The mansion goes silent. Not quiet, silent. The chef's mouth drops open. The maids gasp. The security guard's head snaps up. And Claire's face does this thing where shock turns into confusion, then into pure rage. She tries to yank her hand free. Can't. Tries again. Still can't. What do you think you're doing? Shaking with rage and disbelief. And Emma, this girl who's been there 3 days, this girl who's scrubbing floors for $800 a week, this girl who has never raised her voice to anyone, looks Claire dead in the eyes and says, "You're not hitting me today." Period. End of sentence. The entire staff inhales at the same time. But here's what nobody knew, what nobody saw. Standing in the doorway of his study, 15 feet away, hidden by the half-open door, was Christopher Sterling, and he just saw everything. His fiancée, the woman he's planning to marry in 3 months, the woman he thought he knew, just tried to slap an employee on her knees for no reason. And as he stands there, his chest getting tight, his hands starting to shake, one question burns through his mind. How many times has she done this when I wasn't watching? That moment, that single moment, was about to unravel everything. Because what Christopher was about to discover wasn't just that his fiancée was cruel. It was that she was dangerous, that she'd killed before, and that she was planning to destroy him. But before we get to all of that, before we get to the dead girl's brother showing up at the mansion, before we get to the phone that falls out of Claire's pocket with that text message, before we get to the recording that will make your jaw drop, we gotta go back to 3 days earlier, when Emma Walsh first stepped through those iron gates. Because you need to understand who Emma really is. Emma Walsh grew up in a town you've never heard of, Garrett, Pennsylvania. Population 2,400. The kind of town where the Walmart closed down 5 years ago and never reopened, where half the buildings on Main Street are boarded up, where everybody knows everybody, and everybody's broke. Emma's mom, Sarah, worked at the local diner for 23 years. 23 years, slinging hash browns and coffee, never made more than $9 an hour. Then last year, stage 3 breast cancer. The medical bills started at $30,000, then $50,000, then $80,000, then they stopped counting. Emma had been working at the Gas and Go, $12 an hour, night shift, coming home smelling like gasoline and hot dogs. Then she saw it, a glimmer of hope, a job posting online. Estate in Greenwich, Connecticut, seeking live-in housekeeper, $800 per week, room and board included, experience preferred but not required. Emma did the math in her head. $800 a week. That's $3,200 a month. More money than she'd made in 3 months at the Gas and Go. That money could pay for her mom's medication, cover the rent, maybe start chipping away at that mountain of debt. So she packed everything she owned into one duffel bag, kissed her mom goodbye, and took a 16-hour Greyhound bus from Garrett, Pennsylvania to Greenwich, Connecticut. When the cab dropped her off at the gates, she literally thought she had the wrong address. The gates alone were taller than her house back home, wrought iron with a gold S woven into the design. Behind them, a driveway that curved up a hill lined with trees that looked like they'd been there 100 years. And at the top, this house. Except house didn't feel like the right word. It was a mansion. White stone, 3 stories, with more windows than Emma could count, and a fountain in the front with actual sculptures in it. Emma stood there, duffel bag over her shoulder, thinking, what the hell did I just sign up for? The woman who answered the service entrance was Mrs. Chen, early 60s, kind eyes, tired smile. The kind of tired that doesn't come from one hard day. It comes from years. You must be Emma. Her voice was soft, kind, but there was something underneath it, something careful. She led Emma through the staff entrance, down a hallway with floors so shiny Emma could see her reflection, past a kitchen the size of her entire apartment back home, to the staff quarters, which were nice, like really nice, nicer than anywhere Emma had ever lived. Her room had a real bed, a dresser, a window that looked out over the grounds, her own bathroom. Emma almost cried. But then Mrs. Chen closed the door, and her face changed. Emma, I need to tell you something. She glanced at the closed door, like someone might be listening. Emma set down her bag. Okay, this is a good job. The pay is excellent. Mr. Sterling he's a good man, but his fiancée, Miss Ashford, can be difficult. Emma nodded. She'd dealt with difficult people before. Every retail job, every customer service position, you learn to smile and take it. But Mrs. Chen wasn't done. When Miss Ashford is upset, stay out of her way. Don't speak unless spoken to. And if she raises her voice, just apologize, even if you didn't do anything wrong. Emma frowned. What do you mean, even if I didn't do anything wrong? Mrs. Chen's eyes got sad, really sad. She looks for reasons to be angry. Her voice dropped to almost a whisper. And when she's angry, she takes it out on us. Takes it out? How? Emma asked. Before Mrs. Chen could answer, the door opened. Another maid walked in, younger than Mrs. Chen, maybe mid-30s. Her name tag said Rosa. She hits people. Rosa said it like she was saying it's raining outside. Emma blinked. I'm sorry, what? Rosa walked to her locker and started changing out of her uniform. You heard me. She slaps, shoves, throws things. I've been here 2 years, and I've seen her hit at least 6 different people. And nobody's reported her? Emma's voice rose. Rosa actually laughed, but it wasn't a happy laugh. It was bitter, tired. Report her to who? Mr. Sterling? He worships her, thinks she's perfect. She's got him completely fooled. Mrs. Chen nodded slowly. She's very careful, only does it when he's not around, and if anyone tries to tell him, she trailed off. What? Emma demanded. What happens if someone tells him? They get fired. Rosa pulled on her jacket. Miss Ashford makes up some story, says they were stealing or lazy or inappropriate, and Mr. Sterling believes her. Emma felt her stomach drug. She'd just traveled 16 hours, left her sick mom, turned down a shift at the Gas and Go to work for someone who hits people? Mrs. Chen must have seen the panic on her face. Look, she said gently, just keep your head down, do your work, stay quiet. Most days she doesn't even notice the staff. You'll probably be fine. Probably. Emma wanted to leave. She wanted to walk right back out those gates. But then she thought about her mom. The heavy reality, the bills, the chemo, the collectors calling 3 times a day. She needed this job. So she swallowed her fear, nodded, and said, I'll be fine. I can handle difficult people. Rosa looked at her, and she could see it in her eyes. Rosa was thinking, you have no idea what you're in for. Day 1 was fine. Day 2 was okay. But day 3? Day 3 was when Emma met Claire Ashford, and that is where everything went to hell. So there they are, painting the scene again. Emma, still on her knees, still holding that scrub brush in her left hand, and her right hand wrapped around Claire Ashford's wrist, midair. Claire is shaking with rage. Her face has gone from pale to red, like tomato red. The kind of red that happens when someone who's never been told no suddenly gets told no. Let go of me. She's yanking her arm, trying to break free. But Emma? Calm, powerful. Emma's grip doesn't budge. The maids are frozen. The chef has his hand over his mouth. The security guard looks like he's trying to decide if he should step in or run for his life. And Emma says, voice steady, calm, like she's commenting on the weather, I said, you're not hitting me today. Claire's eyes go wide, shock and fury. Do you have any idea who you're talking to? I could have you arrested. I could have you thrown out. I could... Claire. One word, dropping like a bomb. One single word. And the entire mansion goes from silent to dead silent. Everyone's head snaps toward the study door. And there he is. Reveal. Christopher Sterling. 6'2", tailored suit, steel gray eyes that are usually calm and controlled. But right now, those eyes look like storms. He steps into the hallway, slowly. Each footstep echoes on that marble floor. Claire. Ice cold. His voice is quiet, too quiet. The kind of quiet that's more terrifying than yelling. What exactly is happening here? And just like that, like flipping a switch, Claire's entire face changes. The rage melts away. Her eyes get soft. Her voice goes sweet, almost fragile. "Christopher, thank God you're here!" She tries to yank her wrist free again. Emma finally lets go, and Claire stumbles backward like she's been assaulted. This girl just attacked me." The maids gasp. The chef's jaw drops again. Emma's eyes go huge. What? Emma, shocked, defensive, scrambles to her feet. "That's not Claire," fake crying. "I was just trying to help her." Claire's voice cracks. Actual tears appear in her eyes. "I was trying to show her where, and she just grabbed me. She hurt me, Christopher." She holds up her wrist, examining for damage. There's a slight red mark where Emma gripped her. Christopher's eyes go to the mark, then to Emma, then back to Claire. And Emma's heart drops into her stomach. This is it. This is what Mrs. Chen warned her about. Claire's gonna lie, Christopher's gonna believe her, and Emma's gonna get fired. Worse, she might get arrested. $800 a week, her mom's medication, the bills, all of it gone. But then Christopher does something unexpected. He looks at the chef. "Marcus, what did you see?" Marcus, the chef, goes pale, caught, scared. His eyes flick to Claire, then to Christopher, then to the floor. I didn't see anything, sir." Lying. Obvious. Christopher's jaw tightens. He knows. "Rosa, what did you see?" Rosa, the maid from earlier, looks absolutely terrified. I didn't." Christopher looks around the hallway at all the staff, every single one of them refusing to meet his eyes. And you can see it, the moment of truth. You can see the gears turning in his head, the pieces clicking together. How many times? Quiet, dangerous. His voice drops to barely a whisper. Claire blinks, confused. "What?" "How many times, Claire?" Louder, demanding. He turns to face her fully. "How many times have you hit my staff?" "Christopher, I have no idea what you're—" "Don't." Explosive. The first time he's raised his voice. Everyone jumps. "Don't you dare lie to me right now." Shaking with controlled rage, Christopher's hands are shaking. "I saw everything. I was standing right there." He points to the study door. "I saw you about to slap a woman on her knees, and I saw her defend herself." Claire's face does something ugly. Transformation. The sweetness disappears. The tears stop. She was disrespectful. The real Claire emerging. "These people need to know their place, Christopher. They work for us. They—" Ding dong. The doorbell. Saved by the bell. Or is it? Everyone freezes again. Christopher closes his eyes, frustrated. "I'll deal with you in a minute." He points at Claire. "Don't move." He nods at the security guard. "Robert, get the door." Robert walks to the front entrance. The hallway is so quiet you can hear his keys jingling. He opens the door, and standing there, the reveal, is a man in his early 30s. Jeans, leather jacket, dark circles under his eyes like he hasn't slept in weeks. Behind him, 2 police officers. "My name is Marcus Rivera." His voice is rough, tired, but there's steel underneath it. "I'm looking for Claire Ashford." Christopher steps forward, confused, protective. "I'm Christopher Sterling. This is my home. What's this about?" Marcus looks past Christopher, searching. His eyes scan the hallway, and when they land on Claire, they go dark. That's her, pointing, accusatory. He points. That's the woman who killed my sister. The hallway explodes. The maids gasp. The chef drops a wooden spoon he'd been holding. It clatters on the floor. Emma's hand goes to her mouth. And Claire? Deer in the headlights. Claire goes white. Not red, white. I don't know what you're talking about. Stammering, lying. Her name was Sofia Rivera. Marcus steps into the mansion. The police officers follow. She worked here 3 years ago as a maid. Christopher's face goes confused, trying to remember. Sophia? I remember her. She quit, just stopped showing up one day. She didn't quit. Marcus's voice cracks. She's dead, and she killed her. He points at Claire again. This is insane, Claire shrieks. Christopher, call our lawyer. This man is clearly unstable. My sister called me 3 years ago. Marcus talks over her. Called me crying, said she was being abused by the lady of the house, said she was treated like garbage, said she was scared. I told her to quit, to leave, but she said she needed the money. Her daughter, my niece, needed surgery. Marcus's eyes get wet, but he doesn't cry. He just keeps talking. That was the last time I heard her voice. After that, nothing. Her phone went dead. She disappeared, vanished. Christopher turns to look at Claire, searching her face. Claire, is this true? Of course it's not true. I've never even heard of this woman. He's clearly... 2 weeks ago, Marcus, the reveal. Marcus continues. A woman named Helen Marsh, another maid who worked here. She was dying, cancer, and before she died, she called me. Rosa's head snaps up. Recognition. Helen? Marcus nods, confirming. She said she'd been carrying the secret for 3 years, that it was eating her alive, and she couldn't die without telling the truth. He told me what happened that day. Marcus, voice shaking. Sophia was cleaning the upstairs library. Miss Ashford asked her to reorganize the bookshelves, all 500 books in alphabetical order, by 2 p.m. Mrs. Chen closes her eyes. Recognition. She knows this pattern. Sophia was trying her best, but it was taking too long. And when Miss Ashford came back, pause for effect, Marcus's voice drops. Sophia said, "Ma'am, please, I'm almost done. I just need a few more." And Claire Ashford picked up a crystal vase, slow, deliberate, and smashed it into the side of Sophia's head. Emma makes a sound like she's been punched. Sophia went down, bleeding, begging for help. Marcus, tears now, and Claire panicked, dragged her while she was still alive down the back staircase to the old storage wing. Christopher's face has gone gray, horror. By the time she got her there, Sophia had bled out, Marcus delivering the truth. Claire called her parents. They came within the hour, and they helped her hide the body in one of the locked storage rooms in the East Wing. Marcus, facts. Christopher turns to look at Claire, barely able to speak. The room with the broken lock? Claire doesn't answer. Her mouth opens, closes, opens again. No sound comes out. You said that door was broken 3 years ago, Christopher. Realization. You said we needed to keep it locked until we could get it fixed. You told me not to bother with it. One of the police officers steps forward. Mr. Sterling, we have a warrant to search the premises, specifically the East Wing storage area. Christopher just nods, defeated, in shock. He can't even speak. The officers move through the mansion. Everyone follows. The staff, Marcus, Christopher, even Claire, who's now sobbing and saying, "This is a mistake. This is all a mistake." They reach the East Wing, a hallway that's dimly lit, dusty, clearly hasn't been used in years. At the end, a door with a padlock on it. That one, Marcus, pointing. One of the officers takes out bolt cutters. Snap. The padlock falls to the floor. He opens the door. The smell hits them first. Horrible. Even after 3 years, the smell. Emma turns and runs back down the hallway. Rosa covers her mouth. Anna starts crying. And there, in the corner of that dark, forgotten room, covered with an old tarp, is exactly what Marcus said they'd find. The officer turns to Claire. Claire Ashford, you are under arrest for the murder of Sofia Rivera.
Claire screams. No, you don't understand. It was an accident. She wasn't listening. She wouldn't stop talking. I didn't mean to. And just like that, she confesses right there in front of everyone.
They took Claire away in handcuffs, screaming, crying, denying everything. The mansion went silent. That heady kind of silence where everyone's trying to process what just happened. 3 months later, life in prison, no parole. Her parents got 15 years each for covering it up. And Sofia Rivera, she finally got the justice she deserved. Sometimes the truth takes 3 years to come out, but when it does, it changes